Welcome back to our channel, everyone. I hope that everyone has a day filled with the grace of Christ. We hope you like this video and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay up to date on the latest information. Come along on a journey with us and see this movie through to the end. These are uncertain times, and the world is experiencing many problems. A prophecy attributed to the Virgin Mary states that a pandemic will soon strike, inflicting a great deal of suffering and illness among mankind. Concerned about the state of the world, the Virgin Mary urges her children to prepare for the upcoming dark days and to find solace and strength in her Son, Jesus Christ. The Virgin's words serve as a warning and a guide for what is to come as prophecies start to come true quickly. Recent findings suggest that the Virgin Mary is a maternal figure who sympathetically observes human suffering. Her message's frantic tone conveys the gravity of what is about to happen. She urges people to focus intently on her words, tune out all distractions, and prepare spiritually for the challenges that lie ahead. The Virgin Mary emphasizes that relying on Jesus and the power of prayer will be the most reliable source of strength and protection during extremely trying times. According to the letter, the upcoming illness is a part of a series of events linked to forecasts made centuries ago. An important turning point in human history is occurring as we watch these old predictions come to pass. As a spiritual guide, the Virgin Mary offers her unwavering protection and assistance to those who respond to her call. She tells her children that they should seek comfort in their faith during difficult times, even though she acknowledges the worry and uncertainty this illness will bring. One of the most significant forecasts related to this message was revealed by Father Pio, a well-known mystic and Catholic figure. His vision of the 3 days of darkness has been seen as a turning point in the spiritual evolution of humanity. There is a sense of urgency to the Virgin Mary's warning because some experts believe that these gloomy times may arrive before the end of 2024. Father Pio's prophecy states that the forces of evil will be unleashed during a time of intense darkness on earth. During this time, both natural and spiritual tragedies will test the faith of every believer. Even though the Virgin Mary's revelation was disconcerting, there is a sense of guidance and hope in her message. To get through these difficult times, she exhorts repentance, prayer, and spiritual preparation. This preparation seeks to strengthen the soul to withstand the spiritual attacks that will accompany these events, in addition to battling the physical challenges that lie ahead. As the world approaches what she calls a pivotal time, the Virgin Mary exhorts believers to unite. The forces of good and evil will clash in the future, she says, necessitating unwavering faith and spiritual vigilance. During the dark days, humanity will be tested, and faith will either strengthen or wane. The importance of remaining vigilant, loyal, and focused during this spiritual struggle is emphasized by the Virgin Mary. One of the signs that the Virgin Mary instructs her children to watch for is unusual activity in the heavens. According to her, there will be indications that the anticipated events are about to occur when the sun, moon, and stars begin to behave differently. This celestial warning, which urges people to be aware of both the natural and spiritual worlds around them, intensifies the urgency of her message. Together with the Virgin Mary's message, Father Pio's cautions give additional background on what is going to occur. His prediction is that the world is on the verge of an unchangeable, irrevocable moment. As humanity approaches this threshold, God's justice will soon be made visible. Father Pio believes that before God's judgment comes, there will be additional natural calamities, including earthquakes, floods, and other catastrophic events. But in the midst of this chaos, Father Pio and the Virgin Mary reassure the faithful that God will protect them. The Virgin Mary advises her children to prepare practically by storing food and other requirements, since natural energies would be unleashed in a demonstration of divine power. Both prophecies emphasize that God's mercy will persist and offer protection to those who have trusted in Him, despite the fact that there will be a great deal of suffering throughout these times. Throughout her speech, the Virgin Mary encourages fervent prayer, saying that it will give strength to face the challenges that lie ahead. Among these spiritual instruments, she highlights the importance of the lily as a symbol of purity, forgiveness, and protection. The lily is often described in the Bible as a symbol of beauty and simplicity, qualities that the Virgin Mary encourages her children to strive for in their own lives. The Virgin Mary urges her people to pursue a path of forgiveness and purity in order for them to survive spiritually during the looming apocalyptic calamities. She informs believers that embracing forgiveness leads to both soul purification and inner peace. The road of purity, which leads to divine grace and spiritual protection, is symbolized by the flower. According to the Virgin Mary, those who pursue this path will be shielded from the worst of the challenges that lie ahead. As the prophecy develops, the Virgin Mary strongly suggests reciting the Holy Rosary as a source of courage and protection. She claims that the Rosary is a powerful spiritual tool that can drive away evil and darkness. The Virgin Mary's message is clear. Daily recitation of the Rosary will serve as a spiritual barrier against looming dangers. According to the Virgin Mary, the Rosary is a bridge that connects Christians to Jesus and bestows divine grace on anybody who honestly recites it. Every pondered mystery is a source of light in the earth's approaching darkness, and every Rosary prayer is likened to a rose presented to the Virgin. By incorporating the Rosary into their daily lives, believers can strengthen their faith and benefit their families, friends, and communities. During these uncertain times, the Virgin Mary promises those who trust her that she will always be safeguarded. She encourages her children to remain resilient even when faced with enormous challenges, and to have faith that she would guide them through the challenges that lie ahead. The Rosary offers a direct route to that heavenly guidance and protection with its wealth of spiritual power. As the message concludes, the Virgin Mary offers a more thorough portrayal of the prophetic vision. Humanity is reaching a turning point, she says. The end of the world is drawing near, and everyone has to decide what to do. The Virgin Mary encourages her children to embrace love, faith, and repentance despite evil. She informs them that there is hope even in the most difficult situations, and that those who remain faithful will be protected from adversity. She calls for repentance several times in her sermon. The need of turning from sin, returning to God, and leading a compassionate and loving life is emphasized by the Virgin Mary. Those who follow the path of faith and rely on her direction will find protection and tranquility, she continues. But the powers of evil will try to sow division and fear. The Virgin Mary offers her maternal protection to anybody who requests it, making her a beacon of hope during this time of spiritual strife. Additionally, the Virgin Mary encourages believers to stand together and encourage one another. She encourages them to get together in prayer, encourage one another, and deepen their spiritual ties. This unity will give them the fortitude to face the challenges that lie ahead. She tells her kids that they are never alone and that God will always be with them. The message of the Virgin Mary is one of urgency and hope. She warns of the difficult times ahead while yet offering guidance, security, and a path forward. She gives simple advice. Prepare yourself spiritually, pray, and trust that God will protect you. Despite the uncertain future, the Virgin Mary reminds her children that God's mercy and grace are ever present, and that those who remain faithful will find safety in His love. As humanity faces a critical juncture in its spiritual journey, the message of the Virgin Mary serves as a reminder that faith, love, and hope will be the keys to surviving the trials that lie ahead. For anybody seeking guidance and protection during these difficult times, her plea to prayer and repentance, especially through the Rosary, is a powerful call to action. By paying attention to her message, believers may find the strength to face the challenges that lie ahead and emerge from the darkness into a new era of peace and restoration. In the end, the Virgin Mary's message is one of unwavering faith. She encourages her children to stay strong, to pray together, and to trust that God will protect them during this trying time. When the world faces the fulfillment of ancient predictions, the Virgin Mary reminds us that the light of hope never truly goes out, even in the darkest circumstances, and she offers a path to salvation to anyone who chooses to follow it. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me. Your presence and participation have made this study compelling and important. Until the next time, may the stories we have shared about the human condition inspire and encourage you.